guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mark 50. 55. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
56, 56.
Throwing his Allen on third. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
50, 80. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kareem Hunt taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Counter play, Drake. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Whip. Watch the whip.
They run the counter. It's Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. White now to return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But that's caught at the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. It looks so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and...
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Bravo!
On third down, Rosen going deep here for Parker. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 41, Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
On 2nd and 2, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd and short, Drake. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run with Balaj. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
the concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
4 down, 2. Right, 28. Watch the curve.
To the air, Allen. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
5 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Now Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let them know. Check 43. Bang.
They'll run with Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
2 yards on the play. It's second
He's not going to get me.
On second down, it's Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Buffalo, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Adams' pass complete to number 83. Touchdown, Buffalo. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Running, it's Drake. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Switch.
On second down, it's Drake. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Buying time to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Rosen is stripped of the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you Try and score when given the opportunity.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
On first down, Drake. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing.
And now it's Rosen looking. They'll set up the screen to Drake. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Set the tone, defense.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He completes it to Nelson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
49, guys. Mike. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Albert Wilson. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Alert flare. Alert hug.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rosen to throw again. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he's got Hireman. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From midfield now. Here's Rosen. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Third and long here for Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys, so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaq Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And some room to maneuver. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it, trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a handoff for Drake. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And cuts out right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
6 guys. Check. Hard.
They'll run here with Balazs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Balazs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Tight dog. Check. Lucky.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balazs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet. 10 ounce. 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Here we go, D. Here I come.
They'll start on the ground with Balazs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He sets to fire deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Don't get nervous.
Milage. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Dolphins on third down, not so hot, 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Milage again, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And he stopped immediately there. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second and a couple. Rosen caught by Nelson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason